4,900 unread emails. And it wasn't because I was ignoring my inbox. I just had too many emails coming at me every single day. And my brain finally stopped trying to keep up. If you're a founder or a leader, I think you already know what I'm talking about. And for a long time, believe me, I tried to keep up with my inbox. I would tell myself that if I was just a little more organized, a little more on top of things, I would finally get through my inbox. And I would set aside an hour. I would power through the emails. I would clean up my inbox and feel really good about it for about a day. And then the emails kept coming in. And because I was busy doing something else, I couldn't always keep up with my inbox. So I finally gave up and realized that the human will always lose the race if they are answering one email at a time when hundreds of emails are coming at you. So I finally admitted the 4,900 emails were not my character flaw. They were actually a math problem. Spam, promotions, newsletters I signed up for never opened. Notifications from the tools I signed up for, I forgot I had actually. And buried somewhere underneath all of that were the handful of emails that were actually important. Emails from clients, from team members, an opportunity that I would have said yes to if I only knew it was there. So the unread emails weren't just wasting my time. They were always at the back of my mind. In meetings, at the dinner table, while I was walking with my kids. And I always had this question, am I missing something because there are just too many emails in my inbox? And then I realized the cost of overflowing inbox is not just the wasted time, it's the mental load you carry everywhere and all the missed opportunities. So I stopped trying to keep up with my inbox, and I actually built an agent to handle it for me. So let me walk you through exactly how this works, because it's simpler than what you think, and you really don't need any technical background to build a version of it. The agent handles four things. First, it triages. Before I even open my inbox, it sorts everything for me. The spam, the promotions, the newsletters, all of the noise gets put out of my way. Not deleted, just put in a separate folder so it's not competing for my attention. And what's left is actually a handful of emails that need my attention. Second, it summarizes the emails for me. So for the messages that truly matter, it gives me a short read. Who is it from, what they want, and how urgent it is. So do I need to respond today, or can the response wait a couple days? Third, it drafts responses for me. So it writes the first draft in my voice, not an AI voice, my voice, because I actually uploaded instructions on how I write, how I speak, the words I use, how I open and close emails. So it knows. So instead of me staring at the blank screen trying to draft responses, all I have to do is edit and approve and then send. And fourth, it reports to me. A couple of times a day, it sends me a short, clean summary to my inbox, to my phone, directly to my phone. It's set up through WhatsApp. And so it tells me exactly what came in, what I already handle, and what still needs my attention. So I do not go to my inbox anymore. My inbox actually comes to me a couple of times a day. So I still remember the very first day this actually worked. I woke up in the morning, I opened my inbox, and I was expecting the usual 4,900 emails. And instead, I saw 10 unread emails that were still sitting in my inbox. And at first, I got really worried that someone hacked into my email account. And then I realized my agent actually did their job overnight. So I woke up to a clean inbox. So here's the part that matters the most, because there's still a lot of people that get really nervous about handing email to AI. I did not give AI everything. I handled it the noise and the routine, the triage, the sorting, the summaries, the first drafts of the predictable emails. This is about 80% of all the stuff that was literally drowning me. What I kept is the judgment. Anything sensitive, anything that matters, anything that really could cost me. The AI agent never sends emails for me. It brings them to me already teed up, and I make the call. I make the edits, and then I send out the emails. That line between what the system handles and what stays with me is the entire game. And if it sounds familiar, it really should, because that's what I do with my teams. I do not delegate by handing everything to someone and then hoping it works out. I delegate by being super clear about what they own and what stays with me. The noise and the routine go to the system. The judgment stays with the leader. Building this agent didn't just clean up my inbox. It actually showed me that I had been doing to myself what the very thing that overwhelmed leaders do to their teams. I was insisting on touching everything and calling it responsibility. So here's what I want you to do this week. And even if you never build a full agent, open your email, your inbox, and look at the last 50 emails that came in, and then sort them into two piles: the ones that need a human and the ones that don't. And for most leaders, it will be about 10 important emails and 40 that don't need you. Then the ratio is really your overwhelm, the 40 that's burying the 10. And your first move is not to build a fancy agent, is actually to set up a filter that will help you clean up that inbox. And every email tool that you use, whether it's Outlook or it's Gmail, has that already built in. All you have to do is spend 10 minutes on setting it up. And I do not think that having an empty inbox is truly a goal. It's really a fantasy to have that. But the goal is to stop carrying all the unnecessary noise, because that's what's drowning you. That's what's causing you the mental overload. So I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next one.